Welcome back to the vocabulary for The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. We are ready for Chapter 3, How Dorothy Saved the Scarecrow. The first word is pale, and the sentence is, she gave some to Toto, and taking a pail from the shelf, she carried it down to the little brook and filled it with clear, sparkling water. And pail means bucket. So she took a bucket down to get some water. The next one is gingham. It was gingham with checks of white and blue. And although the blue was somewhat faded with many washings, it was still a pretty frock. And this is the dress that she wore, and I read somewhere that it actually sold in auction for $480,000. And as you can see, this blue checkered pattern is gingham, a checked, striped, or plaid pattern. Again, here's another picture of the dress because the word is frock. We saw this already in the previous sentence, which is the same. It was gingham with checks of white and blue, and although the blue was somewhat faded with many washings, it was still a pretty frock, and frock is another word for a dress. So here is her frock. Fiddlers. 5 little fiddlers played as loudly as possible, and the people were laughing and singing. And fiddlers are musicians playing either a violin or a violin-like instrument. And so here's some violin or fiddlers with a banjo. So also it's a different style of music. Violin, instead of being more classical, it's more like bluegrass and um, very fun and festive music. So they're having a party, and that's why the fiddlers are playing. Hearty. Dorothy ate a hearty supper and was waited upon by the rich Munchkin himself, whose name was Boak. And I'm sorry about that. That should be ate, not at. And here's some chili that I thought looked very hearty, because hearty is a large, healthy meal. And healthy again just means like very like it's gonna fill her up because she hasn't eaten for a while, so she needs something to keep her going on her journey. Satay, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Then she sat down upon a settee and watched the people dance. And it's a sofa or a couch, and this is one word that I was not familiar with. So again, it's more of an old-fashioned term and an old-fashioned couch. Bravely. So she bravely resolved not to turn back. And bravely means with courage. And so I thought that boy kind of looked like a superhero and was trying to be brave. Earnestly. While Dorothy was looking earnestly in the queer painted face of the Scarecrow, she was surprised to see one of the eyes slowly wink at her. I'm very sorry about this. I will make sure to keep proofreading before. And earnestly means with concentration. So she was looking really hard at him, and all of a sudden, he winked at her. And so this boy is definitely concentrating on his drawing. Our next word is husky. Good day, said the Scarecrow in a rather husky voice, and that means hoarse or dry. And since that's something you hear and not see, I thought that I would put a picture of husky dogs, though. So this is not necessarily a picture of the definition, but I thought they were so cute, and it's still huskies. Our final word is obliged. If you will please take away the pole, I shall be greatly obliged to you. And it means thankful and in your debt. Like, I can't thank you enough. And so I put a picture that just said thank you because, again, it's something that it's more of a feeling than anything. Well, that's been chapter 3. So I hope you learned a few new words and that you will be listening for them tomorrow when we read.